another live Marvel Contest of Champions video. My name is Chris Otto. I've been playing Marvel Contest of Champions for far too much time, and if I should know anything, I ought to know. MCOC. Today, we're going to try to finish up on the alt account, the Symbiote. Not 100%, but just finish the Symbiote difficulty of the monthly quest with the Heimdall synergy. Let me just bring up my YouTube page over here so I can see if anybody makes some comments. And we'll get going. I've tried it once with using just the Heimdall on the Symbiote Supreme, and it did not work. And I was out of energy refills, so I said, oh, I'll wait until I get a couple more energy refills and at least enough units for one revive and try it again. So we're going to go with Heimdall and some power gain, I think. Or maybe some crit, I don't know. For the Void fight, I ended up not being able to use Heimdall for some reason. I think his ability accuracy messed with it. I'm not sure exactly what happened, but I was unable to defeat him, Void, using the Heimdall trick. I had to go and use the old bleed him out and reverse damage over time buffs to beat Void. So Heimdall doesn't work for Void. I'll make a full set of notes in the video description when I'm done here, and there's quite a few fights where Heimdall just kind of doesn't work very well. Let's look through what we got here though. He'll work on Medusa. He does not work on Corvus very well. He works pretty well for Omega Red, I would imagine. You don't want to try to bleed out Omega Red because of that death field. Anyway, he'll work fine for Cyclops. Captain America did not work out very well the last time I went through here because of his perfect block. He managed to perfect block every hit on my special. It was a pain in the ass. So, yeah. Colossus it'll work fine on. Red Hulk it'll work fine on. Rogue it should work fine on. Stark Symbiote it should work fine as long as he doesn't evade. Domino should work fine. Quake, yes. Karnak, yes. Vision and Archangel, yes. Ronan, yes. Psylocke, yes. Black Widow, so long as she doesn't evade. Red Skull should work fine. Void, it'll work. Gwenpool, it'll work. Juggernaut should work. So what path do we want to take? I think we'll take the Juggernaut path. Yeah, the critical bleed doesn't work well against Corvus. And I did manage to get the Heimdall trick to work on him once, so. Medusa, let's go with just the Heimdall for now. If I have to switch to bleed, we'll switch to bleed. So we'll go with our Power Start 1. I think the Heimdall trick will work with Symbiote Supreme if you use Undying. Symbiotic switch. If you haven't watched my prior video, the Heimdall trick, when you die, you get 2 seconds of invulnerability and unstoppable. And then as long as you build yourself up to 2 bars of power before you die. You hit Symbiotic Switch. They go to 1% of health. You go back up to however much health they have. And your special 2 should finish them off. On this last chapter, these champs hit pretty hard, so you probably may want to get a few hits in before they wipe you out. Yeah, that's funny. She will have that auto block up probably. Let's see. That worked. Okay. I haven't had any problems that I can recall going through Medusa. I've tried to run through this a couple of times and failed miserably and didn't have any revives. So I went back and actually worked on Act 2, which I haven't gotten 100% on this account yet. I've got some units. Because I don't have a ton of time for Arena, I can just auto-fight that one while I do stuff on my main real account. You don't want to parry Juggernaut because you'll get staggered while he's got his Unstoppable up, and then you won't get your invulnerability and all that when you get down to 1% if you're staggered. Uh-oh. See, now we gotta wait out staggered. No big deal. Alright, we should be good. As long as he doesn't hit me with a heavy, that is. There we go. When it works, I love that Heimdall trick. On the Void chapter, it works for a lot of the champs, but it did not work for Void, like I said earlier. So you'll want to use the damage over time reversal. I don't recall the name of it, but if you look at the descriptions, you'll see it. Because when you hit him, you get bleeds. If you hit his block, you get poisons, and that kills you. You don't ever hit his block, even with the damage over time reversal, or you will just die. Make sure Rogue doesn't hit us with a special 1, because she'll drain our power. I'm on the old iPad, so the lag is real. Sorry. The new one's out of batteries. It's running. It's charging back up. Glad you didn't back all the way out of that. That could have gotten ugly. Yeah, sorry. This iPad is a little slow on the loading screen. What are you going to do? It's old, like me. I'm a little slow sometimes, too. Red Hulk, he'll definitely beat you down pretty well with that incinerate damage. That's one of the keys to this, especially in these late levels, is make sure they don't beat you down to 1% before you get up to your full power. It's so easy, though, in so many of these fights. Gotta remember to watch my timer, especially on the slow iPad. My buff timers. Because Because it would suck to go into a fight and lose your buff and die. And waste some energy. Because I really don't want to have to buy any revives. Yeah, Stark Spidey makes me a little nervous. We'll see what happens. I could throw up a True Strike, I guess. I got plenty of that stuff. He's got that nasty evade when you throw specials at him, 70%. And I just don't like the chances of him evading every hit on my special 2 are just... I don't want to risk it. So throw up a True Strike on your evade champs. I wouldn't worry about it too much with Spider-Gwen or Black Widow, but like classic Spidey, Nightcrawler, Stark, it's probably a pretty good idea. There we go. With Stark, you want to make sure he doesn't hit you with a heavy attack, because he'll drain your power. Now, this guy. Let's use a full energy refill. We'll run through this once or twice. Maybe I'll go back and do the Void one. He's going to start off with full power and will usually immediately go into a special 3, which will kill you and leave you with not having 2 bars of power to do the switch. You can try Cleanse, but if he goes right into that special 3, you don't even have time to block to drain his power. I managed to do it once. So what we're going to do is Undying, which starts us off with Invulnerability, Indestructible, and Unstoppable. And make sure he throws his 3. Then after he throws his 3, we'll get back up to 2 bars of power and let him beat us down. See if this works. I didn't use Undying the last time I went through here. I died. And like I said, I didn't have any units or revives, so that's why it's taken me a little longer to get back to this. And we're not going to touch anything. Come on, throw your 3. There you go. Okay, that didn't work. Nullify. Damn it, I forgot about his Nullify. Alright. Heimdall trick will not work on Symbiote Supreme. Gonna have to bleed him out. I don't feel like going through the whole level again. What's that? So we don't have to worry about renewing Symbiotic Switch right now. We just need Total Carnage. The other thing you can do with him can get rid of his health. He's got that nasty regen. Where is it? Where is it? I know I'm wasting buff time, but that's alright. Cut deep, that extends our bleed times. Debuffs last longer. Cauterize? Yeah, special one, heal blocks. You can add that on if you want to speed things up a little bit. I'm not going to bother. Try this again. Hope that won't die again. Because I don't have any more units or revives. There we go. Close. Too close. So there you go. Heimdall trick. No good for the last 2 chapters. Bosses. You can use it to get to them though. As I said, I'll post in the notes, in the video description, all the notes that I've got thus far, and I hope this helped you out with getting the Symbiote difficulty done. It's a fun quest.